how to turn this to this. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's the Game Changer. And today we have a really special transformation tutorial. This is my little brother. This is my little brother DJ. He hasn't had a haircut in a while. He's been back about 9 months. He's been working hard, taking care of his family. And he actually came in and he wanted to get something different. He wants to get a shag. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to show a shag, especially because his hair is so unmaintained. It's been a while, like I said, man. When you young and you trying to figure out life and working, sometimes you neglect the small things, and hair is a small thing when you got big things in your life. All right, so and you have to be very patient with this video because you're going to see what transformation really is in this video. It's so many times throughout this tutorial that this haircut is going to look like, oh my God, how he going to do this, how he going to do that. But with the magic of patience, with consistency and technique, y'all going to love this transformation. My brother has really thick hair, a very wavy texture, but you can't tell that until I do a few things at the end. So you guys stick around and let's get to it. So the first thing you saw me do was spray the hair with water. His hair was dry. Like I said, he hasn't maintained it in a while. So I didn't want to comb it or pick it out dry. Very dangerous to the hair. You don't want to break it off. You don't want to pull it. So I had to lubricate it with water, no product. All right. Then I picked it out. This tutorial will focus on one side only because I shot this tutorial early in the morning, which I shouldn't have done. The lighting was yellow and the other side, the lighting was very dark. So I can only show you one side. That's why. Really bad lighting. I'll never shoot this early again. So the first thing I did was took a 3-guard. Like I said, my brother's getting a shag. A shag is a haircut where you have wave length in the front with a taper fade usually on the sides, with your hair kind of thicker in the back. It drops down like a triangle, smaller at the top, thicker at the bottom, and you round it off. That's what a shag is. It's mainly worn in Texas. Houston wears it, but mainly Dallas. Fort Worth cats wear it too. It's a cultural thing for us. Other companies wear them. Other cultures wear them. They might call them a mullet or something like that, but we call it a shag. So that's what we rock. All right. So I start with a 3 just to get my brother's hair cut down. Eventually it's going to be a 1.5, but I want to shape it, right? I want to shape it a little bit as I go. Again, you have to be patient. With a client who hasn't had a haircut in a long time, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get their true texture because the hair is dry, it's thirsty for water, right? Even those little spots that look like little gaps in his head, it's not. It's just the hair curling up into clumps, right? When your hair is dense, it clumps into packs, and that's what his hair is doing, especially behind the ears. As you know, that usually happens, and around the frontal lobe on the temple. All right, so I cut it with a 3, start to shape it. Now that's my 2, ceramic 2 on the Andes Supra. All right, so after I put the 2, now I'm going by layers, right? I'm cutting it down layer by layer because if I would have went directly with the 1.5, I could have gapped them. I took a really big chance at gapping if I would have went straight to the 1.5. So what I did was I took the 3, plastic 3 on the magic clip, 2 ceramic, then 1.5. Yeah, and another very important thing when you're doing a transformation or a person who hasn't had a haircut in a long time is not to panic. Like the easiest haircuts are the ones that look like they're supposed to look as you're cutting. Like it's looking like the desired look. But sometimes the most frustrating, difficult haircuts and the ones that people panic on the most are the ones that don't look like they're shaping up correctly. But see, this is where experience and technique comes into play. I understand that my brother hasn't had a haircut in a while, so I understand that his hair is going to be laying all kind of ways. It's going to be standing up. And I know the process of laying his hair back down, so I don't panic at all. I see that the sides look lighter than the top. I see that the back of the shag is not blended into the sides. Technique and patience. So you'll see me work that out throughout. Just remember, the most important thing that I can teach you or tell you in this video is to always be patient. My art teacher always taught me, don't try to judge the finished product of your painting or your drawing by when you first start. Sometimes you have to step away from the canvas, give it time, and let it formulate. All right, so after I start to shape the back a little bit, that was a 2. That purple guard you saw me use was a 2. This is a 3. Now I'm kind of shaping it back into the shag. All I'm doing is shaping now. I'm not going for the desired look of the shag in the back. I just want to start to give me some shape, something to work with. I pick it out, hair is still wet, and now I'm kind of shaping. Remember, it's shaped triangular. The top is going to be shorter than the bottom, all right? So I want to make it a gradual transition. I would want to use the term, if any, a 45-degree angle, kind of that pyramid look, or if you look at the front of a house, those things that look like 45-degree angles are called gables. That's a triangle look. That's kind of the look you want with the shag. You're going to have one side of a triangle, and it's going to be flat bottomed in the back. All right, so now I'm back on my tool, and I'm slowly just transitioning. All I'm doing right now is shaping, all right? Nothing major. Taking my time, studying certain spots. How can I get this to look like this? Okay, boom, I'm gonna hit that. I'm studying. Remember, the back is triangular. Now, I forgot to show you the primary line, but if you watch any of my other videos, remember I'm showing the motions. That's what I would do. I would make a flat, even flush line. I would bald it out. Then I would make my secondary line where I take my magic clip or my Andes Masters, and I would go about 1 inch into the hair. Then I would fade that section out. Remember, we don't want to take that section away. Another important thing about the shag is that you want to make sure that that fade transitions, that taper transitions very smoothly around the ear, because since you have such a thicker area starting to formulate or transition behind the ear, you want to make sure that that taper kind of smoothly goes into both sections. All right, now if you can see, the reason my hand is on top of my brother's head, not because I'm using it to rest as a pedestal, but I'm stretching the skin, right? Since I'm doing a low taper, I don't have much room to work with. So what I do is I expand my workspace as much as possible. The skin on the scalp is stretchy sometimes. Some is a little more elastic than other. My brother has pretty stretchy skin on his head, so I stretch the work, not using my brush. I will use my brush eventually in his haircut. I haven't used a brush in the tutorial in a while, but it's his personal brush, and since he want to leave with waves or he want to be nice and tidy, I'm going to start to train that hair and manipulate that scalp and those hair follicles and the hair shaft, I apologize, to start to get that wave process for him. It's going to come out so beautiful, you guys. You guys watch me. Okay, right now let me tell you what I'm doing. I have the two. I'm sorry, this is my 1.5, my Babyless 1.5 on my Walls Magic clip. These are Walls Magic clip, and I'm starting to shape it up. I'm starting to debulk. I'm very big on debulking. Now this is my 1. I went from the 1.5 to the 1 to I'll go to the Andes Masters, okay? And I'm taking my time, right? I'm focusing on my area. I don't let anything else that's going on in this haircut distract me at the moment, because the most important thing is this taper right now. So the fact that the shag is not blended well, the fact that the shag is not shaped, the fact that the top of his hair look like this does not bother me. You have to have tunnel vision when you're fading, because especially when you find yourself in a situation where it's not looking pretty, you focus. Yeah, this taper is coming along. 1.5 on the magic clip, 1 on the magic clip, and these masters all the way open, and I shift from open to close. I'm stretching the skin, I'm expanding my workspace so I don't take that taper higher than I want. Little things, details, patience, and technique. Flick the wrist. Don't be stiff with the wrist, you guys. When you're tapering, you have to flick from the wrist, not work from the shoulder. It's very important. I flip it upside down. Another little tapering technique I have, flip it back over. But remember, it's very important. You flick from the wrist, not from the shoulder. You guys watch. I'll be back in a second. That was literally a second. See, I be freestyling these tutorials, so I'm watching it right along with y'all, so I don't even know what's coming. I'm gonna start writing scripts soon, but yeah. So now it's time to actually transition and shape the shag a little bit. I'm prepping it because I'm about to take some hot lather and put it all over his head. See right there, look, there's a space or a gap in the shag. I don't worry because I know my brother's hair is so clumped and thick. Once I put this hot lather on it, you're gonna see my brother's true hair texture. You're gonna see the true shape of the shag and see how much hair. See, I just have to pick it out. You have to learn the hair canvas. When you know your client, when you know hair textures, I know my brother has a very curly texture of hair, very wavy, and when it's not maintained, it clumps together. When I put this hot lather on, wait till you see the transition. It's all about learning canvases. See, I'm just tapering. See, remember that bulk I'm getting right there behind the ear? I'm knocking it out some so that shag from the taper can transition well behind the ear and not look like a thick clump of hair. All right, so I'm just buying time because here comes 3, 2, 1, lather now. Boom. This part right here, oh, that's not lather, okay, my fault. I was wrong. All right, now I'm just, like I said, tapering. Remember that basically what I was talking about earlier, the transition behind the ear. It's a very important part. You'll see when the finished product why it's so important, because you want everything to flow and gel really well. Now, 3, 2, 1. I'm right. I knew it. No, I'm wrong again. Dang. I'll be back in a second. Y'all watch me transition. Here we go. Now, this is the key. This is hot lather. What it does, right? It lays the hair down. The heat is gonna expand those hair follicles, open up. It's gonna take it in. The cuticle's gonna accept all of that. It's gonna lay it down. It's gonna lay them waves flat. Also, curls are nothing but compressed waves. So when I lather his hair with this foam, it's gonna lay it down. I'm either gonna hit the shag, everything. This is gonna open it all up, lay it all down. See, I'm getting it in there, lubricating that hair. Yo, wait till you see how this changes the game. Don't ever say I ain't got y'all nothing for free. Then, since the friends, the edge up is really curly, I put the 2 back on after the lather. That's how you get it to lay down. I'm giving y'all so much game, man. Go ahead and super chat. What is it? Donate me $2. Let me stop. I'm just playing. If y'all caught that joke, I hope y'all caught the joke. Yeah, no. But so it happens after the lather, I come back with a warm rag, and I slowly, very lightly, I take it off his scalp. And now you're gonna see a transition. I wish the camera didn't get so dark. Like I said, I shot in the morning, so these angles got bad. But man, if you saw how shiny his hair, now I pull a brush, y'all look at those waves starting to come. Boom. Now all those light spots are starting to leave. It's all about technique and knowledge. Don't ever say it. And now I go back and I refresh the taper, because now the hair is laying in its proper positions. I refresh the taper, the shag is starting to formulate well, and I'm just going back and I'm just hitting certain spots. I'm spot checking in the fade. Look at those waves come to see. They came from nowhere. Boom, magic, just like I told you. It's all about, taking your time. Don't ever panic. Now I'm really about to put some work in. Now that this hair laying down, I'm about to put some work in. Y'all watch. I'll be back. See you soon. Now it's time to turn up. We're gonna start to shape it up real more, picked it out. And that's what we have to do. So what I'll do is now I kind of shape around the shag, right? I pull those hairs that hang over the edge up. So when it's time to actually edge them up, those hairs won't hang and it'll give it a nice clean finish. And now I'm working on my triangular shape. So usually when a person has a shag, you want the bottom to be much thicker than the middle or the top area. My brother is coming off a mohawk, so it's not as thick as we would like it at the bottom. I'm still gonna shape it and pull it to give it that drop look as best as possible. But now I'm just shaping, I'm pulling, remember, triangular, about 45-degree angle. I'm very careful. I don't want to go too deep within, because I want it to have so that top layer has to have a bubble look. You don't want it to contour with the head. Technically, no matter how a person's head is shaped in the back, a shag should have one look. That's why some people have to grow their hair out more than others. So whether you have a flat head, whether your occipital bones stick out a little further, the shags will still be shaped the same. All right, so I'm pulling those hairs over, and now I'm about to hit the back edge up. Oh man, this video, I'm gonna tell you, I went through some stuff in this video. My main edges, my gold Fabulous FX, they broke. These were tripping. My other Slimline Pros weren't working right, so I had to make it work. No excuses, we got it done. I just take my time, and I'm edging up, I'm pulling it out. It's gonna have a round bottom edge up. So what that means is it's not gonna be square at the corners. They're gonna be kind of rounded to go with that shag, to make the shag look more defined. All right, you guys watch. I'll be back soon. Study the mannerism, study my hand, even my wrist. See, I'm working the thumb, working the wrist. I wish y'all can see me literally. I'm literally right now doing it like y'all can see me. And I'm just pulling behind the ear. All right, you guys watch. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, I apologize about the lighting. Like I said, I shot this too early in the morning, but I'm pretty much just shaping. I'm pulling out. I'm not going straight down. I want to pull out because I still that triangular look. So with these next few clips, you're about to see me shaping up. After I get through shaping, it's time for the edge up. So I'll be back in a few seconds. All right. So now it's time for the good stuff. It's time for the edge up. My brother has some thin spots in this edge up. And so that we don't have to pull it back, I'll show you guys some little techniques on how to make sure that the edge up stays nice and natural, but still flush and smooth at the same time. I lather it. Okay, I'll use the wrong word. I slather it with, this kind of sounds messy. I put quite a bit of shaving gel on there, and I brush his hair. I'm using the brush because it's his brush, but that shaving gel helps the hair lay down. See, now I'm using my comb and my razor. See, I'm debulking with that. Don't go too deep because you'll actually kind of gap the hair, but just to lay that hair down, you thin it out a little more to make it look a little even. It gives an illusion that his hair is not thinning as much. And then you just edge, right? I'm pulling the scalp from the top and the bottom to keep the skin tight. A razor works better on tighter surfaces. Remember that when the skin is loose and moving with the razor can't do his job as well. All right, so I'm pretty much about to edge him, keep it nice and natural. On the side, my brother has longer hair, like those long thin hairs. I'll come back. I won't worry about him with my razor at first. I'll come back with my edgers, hit him with the edgers, then I'll come back with the razors and clean it up again. I'm just giving you an overview of what I'm doing so you guys can watch. I think I'll probably end right about now. Let you guys enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it really helped. Also, I'm going to go against the grain with the razor, get all those little stubbles off, give it a much more cleaner, crisp look. I hope I helped. I hope I gave you some insight on how this works. Next time, if we reshoot this shag video with another client or my brother again, I'll try to get better lighting. But hopefully you got what you need. I should be dropping another tutorial in 2 days. I got a client coming in. He's had his locks for a long time. He's graduating high school, and we're cutting them off. So y'all stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoy Game-Changing Conversations and Cuts Season 2. It's coming very soon. Oh, look at that. See, hit that C, hit that curve right there. Very nice and gentle. He hasn't had a haircut in a while, so he had a lot of baby hairs on his edge up. And boom, keep it nice and smooth. All right, you take care. Hope you enjoy. Stick around for the transformation. Remember to like, subscribe. Remember like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Take care. I also want to tell my little brother, my baby brother, that I love him so much. Keep working hard. Keep going hard for your family. I'm always here for you. Y'all go check out his Instagram page. He does design. He makes custom t-shirts. His name is Pro Bono Droner. Give him a follow. Even if you don't give him an order, go and check him out. Show him some love. He just started his company. Y'all take care. Appreciate y'all. I love you, DJ. See y'all later.